Hi everyone, and welcome to Cookie Crumb Fun. I'm Claire. I am the homeschooling mom to 7 children, and we eat the Trim Healthy Mama way. So here on this channel we share about Trim Healthy Mama and our homeschool and a few other things in between. Right now I am participating in Vita, so go ahead and check out that playlist below of all the videos that I am playing. I'm putting out a video every day in the month of April. It's a nice little challenge for me, and it's been kind of fun and exciting for me to make all these videos. And there's a lot of throwback videos that I'm doing right now. So like from months ago that I've made that I never put out. So if you're interested in any of that, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. And if you're new here, thank you so much for coming. I hope that you stay and get to know each other, and I would love to chat with you down in the comments. But in today's video, what I'm going to do is share with you my favorite, our family's favorite Bible storybooks. The first set of books that I'm going to share with you is Alice in Bible Land. If you're familiar with Alice in Bible Land, it was years ago. I first heard about this when my oldest, who was 17, was a newborn child. These books were those Book of the Month Club things where you can buy the set, and every month you would get a new book, and the first one was free, and that would be the story of Jonah. I don't think I brought it up here. All right, but this is what they looked like. There's a little girl named Alice, and she would sit down, and she would... Let's open up the Tower of Babel, okay? There's a little girl named Alice. Is she on the picture of this? There she is right there. She is at her house, and she's opening up her Bible storybook, and then all of a sudden, you know, here she is just by the beach, and she's reading her Bible, and then all of a sudden, the book became a big magic screen, and she would walk through it, and then she would come across that scene in Bible Land, all right? So that's why it's called Alice in Bible Land. And these are great stories. They tell about different events in the Bible, and there are a good amount of them. There are over 20 of these books. Now, you probably would be able to find them on eBay, some sort of used sale site. I'm not sure if they still make them. You'll find them at thrift stores. I got almost the whole set at Salvation Army for 69 cents each. So if you ever see these at your thrift store, grab them if you want Bible storybooks for your children. They are great little readers for children who are learning how to read, and for older kids to read to their younger siblings. That is great. And like I said, you'll probably find the Jonah one all the time. Once you start looking for this, now that you've seen the book and you say, okay, I'm gonna start looking for it, they're like the sky blue. I don't know if you can see that. They're old. These I've had these since, because I've been collecting them for 17 years now. So we have a whole bunch of these, but the Jonah was the one that was free. So that's the one you always find. Well, it's the one we always find in thrift stores. But back in New York, I got those at the Salvation Army for 69 cents each. And at the end of each story, let me show you the end. I showed you the beginning. At the end of the story, she steps back through the screen. You know, here she is stepping back through the screen. And then it has a little, and it rhymes. That's what I love about these books, because it rhymes. And, you know, it says, Alice thought, I learned a lot in Bible Land. God gave Joshua the faith to take a mighty stand. And God is with each one of us who follows in his way. He'll guide us, and he'll lead us, and he'll bless us day by day. So not only is it good rhythm with the rhyme, but at the end, she shares what she learned in Bible Land through the lesson of that Bible story. Right? So those are the Alice in Bible Lands. I really, really love those. And like I said, you probably won't be able, I know you won't be able to go to the store and buy them. Check out your thrift stores. Keep an eye out for them. Check eBay. Somebody's probably selling used ones, but be careful. They might be charging more. I don't think you're going to find them on Amazon unless there's somebody selling them like they would on eBay. Ask around at church. Maybe somebody has them and they're not using them anymore. All right. So the next set is an old classic. I remember, I mean, these books are from the 60s, okay? I wasn't born in the 60s, but these we read as children. My mom, at the church we're at, had a daycare, and so my mom had a lot of these, and she read them to the daycare children for Bible time. And every time I see one, I grab it, because these are amazing. And I know that you can buy these on Amazon still today, and in many Christian bookstores. They still make these. Arch Books. Do you know about these? These are fabulous. These are so Good. Here is the little boat that sank. All right, little boat that almost sank. And let's see. This one has his inscription. Somebody gave it to their kid. Let's see. It went to Aaron from Uncle Dave, Aunt Kathy on his second birthday in 1981. All right. This book, I'll see if there's a date in it. 1965. All right. Now, I know not all books from the 60s are great, but this set of books is fabulous. And as you can see, look how many there are. Look how many there are. Now on Amazon, I know that you can buy sets of 4, and they also have one book with, I think, 4 books in it, okay? Like here, it'll say set 1. You know, it says set 1. And that's what you'll be able to find on Amazon. Now, I have a few of these that have price tags on it. I probably did not on the ones that I grabbed. But as you can see, there's so many of them. And they're called Arch books. All right, they're Arch, that's what they're called. And this is The House on the Rock. This is The Boy with a Sling, David and Goliath. This is The Rich Fool. We have The Baby Born in a Stable. The Night the Angels Sang. And The Little Boat That Almost Sank. I mean, there's one on David and Daniel in the Lion's Den, Noah's Ark. I mean, every single Bible story that is well known, you know, like you would like Noah's Ark and things like that, but also the lesser known ones. They're everything. And there's also parables, like there's one on the Good Samaritan. There's one on what's it called? Oh my goodness, the one where the seeds fell upon the rocks and didn't grow, that story, that parable. And then I mean, anything. I mean, if I were to read them off, where's the one book that has them all written on it here? I mean, like, you could, this is so many. Abraham and Sarah, Angry King, Anna and the Christ Child, Around the First Christmas, Baby Born in a Stable, A Boy Who Saved His Family, The Boy Who Ran Away, which is the Prodigal Son, Daniel in the Lion's Den, Day God Made It, The Day God Made It Rain, Glory's Story, Garden and a Promise, Fisherman's Surprise, Oh Happy Day, Parables of Jesus, Two Men in the Temple, Two Cities Upburned, Through the Needle's Eye. I mean, these are fantastic. And I mean, I don't even have half of these. These are fantastic books. And I really am hoping to get more of them eventually. Then the last book. Now, these are just great. I mean, if you're a Sunday school teacher, these are great because they're on all sorts of different subjects. You can use them along with your lesson if you're teach younger children. I taught second and third grade girls back in New York along with another lady, and every once in a while I would bring an Alice in Bible Land or the Arch book with me that went along with the story, just as a little supplemental thing and something different. So the next set of books are books that you can currently purchase right now. You most likely won't find them at a bookstore. You might find them at a Christian bookstore depending on the type of Christian bookstore it is. Depending on what kind of church you go to, your church bookstore may sell them. These are from Revival Fire Publishers, and I will have a link below. They're in Pennsylvania, and Brother Dennis Coral is the one. He's an evangelist, and he is the one who wrote these books. And he came to our church in New York, and we bought the whole set. Let's see here. I have 2 copies of one, and I'm not getting rid of it because it is such a good book. All right. We have a whole bunch of these. Do you see them all? Right there. And they teach a lesson that is wonderful. There's one about tattletales. Let's see, where is it? Andy and the Tattletale Doll. Okay, this one is really good about tattletaling because it just is. And it's a cute little story. The Squirrel Who Didn't Believe in Alligators. My favoriteest one is this one that I have 2 of. I have my mom's copy and our copy. And it is called How the Fox Outsmarted the Rabbit. This, if you were to buy any of them, this is the one that I recommend the most. And this one, it's just so good. It teaches you how we become too familiar with sin. The fox was warned to stay away from the one area because that's where the rabbit was warned to stay away from a certain area because that's where the fox was. And the fox is like the devil in the story, and or a picture of the devil, you know, in sin. And the parent are telling the rabbit, stay away from that area because that's where the dangerous fox is. Well, the rabbit was, you know, snooping around and goes over there, and eventually things happen, and the story does not end well for that rabbit. And it is so good. And then at the end, there's always scripture where they tell you the biblical truth behind it, and they give you some scripture verses to go with it, and it's just so good. All right, like do you know how the devil will work to trap you and devour your life? The devil tries to destroy lives of Christian boys and girls the same way that the fox outsmarted the rabbit. And this one is really, if you can get older children listening to this book, it should be eye-opening to them, because you can apply it to so much. There's so much more sin in the world today than there was even when I was a kid, okay? And this book is fantastic. I love this storybook so much. I will have links to the website below for this. It is Revival Fires Publishers, and you can get the whole set if you want to. These are great for Sunday school lessons if you're teaching on something specific. This one is just the temptations of the world, basically. And it's really, really good. Sorry, kids are outside playing. But those are 3 sets of books that we love in our family that tell the Bible stories that aren't really off on Bible stories. A lot of they change this, not they change the Bible story, but you know what I mean? They make it a little bit different for children so that a child can understand it. And I like these because, you know, these ones from Revival Fires, they teach you a great lesson, a character quality of some sort. And the Alice in Bible Land ones are just fantastic because there's so many of them, and they tell the whole story. And then they have the truth at the end of the lesson that she learned. And then these Arch books are just, there are so many stories. I mean, so many. And they are great stories to give your child. They're great for Bible time. If you need Bible time in your homeschool, those Arch books would be great for Bible time. And you could just take one and spend a couple days. One day you can read it, the next day you can talk about it more. You can read it in the Bible, story in the Bible, and bring it alive to the children. So I hope this video was helpful to you in finding out some great books that are Bible story books for children. These are great if you need books for your children to read themselves, or if you just need Bible story books to read to your children, you know, before bedtime books. I hope that, you know, if you have any of these, if you have Arch books or the Alice in Bible Land, do you have a favorite? Because I don't have all of the Arch books. What are some of your favorite of the Arch books? Maybe I don't have one. I probably have about 30 of these, and there's way more than 30 of them. So go ahead and share in the comments what you use for Bible story books. What are some of the favorite storybooks that you use to read Bible stories to your children? So that's going to end this video. I hope that you're able to check out the links below to all of the storybooks that I just shared with you, and possibly you can purchase them. I hope you can find the Alice ones. I pray before you go to the thrift store. If you really want them, God will provide because they're so great and so enjoyable for children. So until next time, I will see you in another video. So be a blessing.